We take you to Fullerton, where the Christopher Dorner investigation hits close to home. Plus, we get the latest on Sony's PlayStation 4.
And we look into the newest expansion right here on Biola's campus. All this and more coming up on Eagle Vision News.
We've got you covered with everything Hollywood.
To anything and everything that has you talking on campus.
Welcome to Eagle Vision. I'm Ashley Eggleston.
And I'm Kale Fields. Let's take a look at today's headlines. The massive manhunt for ex-LAPD officer Chris Dorner is believed to have ended in the mountains of Big Bear. Latest footage shows the cabin that the suspect was hiding in had been engulfed with flames. The cause of that is unknown at this time. Earlier today, Dorner reportedly stole a vehicle from a Big Bear resident and led authorities into a wooded area that resulted in a gunfire exchange where one San Bernardino County officer was killed and another critically injured. He then fled on foot into what is believed to be an unoccupied cabin where officers were able to set up a perimeter on the area. Again, Dorner is believed to be dead in a Big Bear cabin, but as of showtime, the cause of his death has not been determined. Dorner is accused of 3 previous murders, including a police officer in Riverside. Last Wednesday, a 6,000-word manifesto was posted on Dorner's Facebook account, claiming corruption in the LAPD that led to his firing and the promising death of not only the officers involved, but their families as well.
In an unexpected announcement that shocked the Vatican and Catholics around the world, Pope Benedict released a statement saying that he will resign at the end of the month. Pope Benedict calls stepping down an important decision for the life of the Church and says that both his mental and physical health has deteriorated to the extent of giving up his position. The Pope's last day will be February 28th. Traditionally, this is a position that is held until death. In fact, the last time the Pope has resigned from office was about 600 years ago, in the year 1415. In his statement, Pope Benedict says, "I am well aware that this ministry must be carried out not only by words and deeds, but no less with prayer and suffering." The move now sets up the Vatican to hold a conclave where a new Pope will be elected by mid-March. Parts of the nation have been devastated in the past week by extreme weather, leading to at least 7 different states to declare a state of emergency.
That's right. Check out this footage from New England where parts of the region were slammed with high winds and heavy snow by Superstorm Nemo. Just to put it into perspective for you, Hamden, Connecticut received a whopping 40 inches of snow, leaving thousands without power that may take days to resolve. 5 people have been killed as a result of the storm. Some relief is headed that way as temperatures are expected to rise in the next few days.
And in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, an F4 tornado touched down Sunday, causing widespread damage and sending dozens to the hospital. Many businesses and schools, including the University of Southern Mississippi, suffered severe damage. Thankfully, no deaths have been reported. And reporter Lindsay Douglas takes us to Fullerton, where the Christopher Dorner case has hit close to home.
Christopher Dorner has become an unfortunate familiar face in the past few weeks and is still wanted for 3 accounts of murder. The gruesome actions of this ex-Los Angeles cop have reached locals here in Orange County, where Dorner allegedly shot and killed 28-year-old Monica Kwan and 27-year-old Keith Lawrence. Monica was the late daughter of Randall Kwan, who represented Dorner in front of the Board of Rights for the LAPD in 2008. Dorner made false statements about another police officer and was then fired from the force. Since then, Dorner has created an online manifesto targeting the people involved with his termination, and this sadly has involved innocent family members.
Monica was the assistant basketball coach to the women's team here at Cal State Fullerton, where many students were rocked by this murder case and are worried as the hunt for Christopher Dorner continues.
As the massive manhunt continues, locals in Fullerton and Walnut, where Monica played high school basketball, mourn and honor the young couple. Monica and Keith shared a huge love of basketball and had gotten engaged just 4 days before this horrific act of murder. Police are truly stunned at this violence and are doing all they can to locate and capture Dorner, who is held most likely responsible. This is Lindsay Douglas, Eagle Vision News.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to all the families and those who have been affected through this tragedy. And now Morris Homan joins us to tell us the latest in technology. Morris, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Kale. For all you gamers out there, it's time to get excited because a new PlayStation 4 may be announced as early as next Wednesday. Sony released this teaser video of nothing more but the iconic PlayStation letters, but that's all it took for the internet to blow up about rumors and wishful thinking, including remote controls with a touchscreen. Nothing is confirmed just yet, but sources say that Sony is planning on focusing on the social gaming experience and improving the hardware. Now, be honest with me here. How many times have you posted something to Facebook that you regretted? Like maybe that spring break trip to Lake Havasu a few years ago? Well, don't worry, because there is an app that will take care of all that dirty laundry for you. 3 college students invented the free app Face Wash, which is meant to dig through all of your comments, pictures, and statuses, flag words or phrases that may be unappealing to future employers, and allow you to easily delete them without scrolling through years of past Facebook activity. This app, which is mainly geared towards college students, hasn't launched just yet, but don't be surprised when photos and comments mysteriously disappear from your friends' pages in the next few months. And where do you go when you go on a shopping spree? The mall? Online? Twitter, perhaps? That's right. You may be able to buy items using a Twitter hashtag in the next few months. The social media giant is teaming up with American Express, letting cardholders make certain purchases just by tweeting a special hashtag. Users just need to add their Twitter info to their Amex card account. Then the American Express Twitter account will start sending out different discount deals. And if you want one of them, all you have to do is reply with a special hashtag and the item is mailed to the address on file. Well, Kel and Ashley, that's all I have this week. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks so much, Morris. I guess hashtags may be taking on a whole new meaning. Now Clark Finney tells us what's going on in weather. Clark, it's been kind of cold lately. Can we expect some warmer weather anytime soon?
Yeah, that's right, Ashley. We can definitely be expecting warmer weather. Behind me, we have a picture of Boston where it looks like people are still shoveling snow off of their vehicles due to the severe winter storm that hit on the East Coast. Lucky for us, we live in LA where it's sunny almost all the time. Now let's take a look at our radar. It looks like on the East Coast we have a little bit of precipitation. All the areas are mostly going to be cooler, not as sunny, maybe a little bit cloudy. But as you can see over in LA or California area, there's no precipitation or clouds at all, so it looks like we're going to have a clear weekend. Now let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. As you can see in the beginning of the week, it's a little cooler, but tomorrow and Thursday it's going to start warming up until Friday and Saturday when we have weather of 83 degrees. So for Valentine's Day, there's going to be gorgeous in the 78-degree weather. But as we get to Saturday, it's going to become a little bit more cloudy, but it'll still be warmer. Back to you, Ashley and Kale.
Thanks, Clark. And now an update on this week's sports. The rising Miami Heat took on both of our LA teams this weekend. However, neither of the teams could put a dent in their 34-14 record. The Clips started off strong Friday, down only 1 point at the end of the first quarter. Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, Chauncey Billups, and Jamal Crawford all returned to the lineup, but even these 4 frontrunners couldn't bridge the gap. Coach Vinny Del Negro attributed the loss to the Heat's 3-ball and LA's carelessness with the ball. The defending champs, playing without Ray Allen and Chris Bosh, sealed the deal with a 111-89 win over the Clippers. And Sunday, the Lakers put up an impressive performance against the Heat, but it wasn't quite enough to stop Miami's 5-game winning streak. The Black Mamba scored 28 and had 9 assists, and King James set a franchise record with his 5th straight game with 30 points. The Lakers had 8 turnovers in the 4th quarter, while the Heat had none. Final score, Miami 107, Lakers 97. Michael Vick will be joining the Eagles again next season with a 1-year deal that could include up to $10 million. Coach Chip Kelly says it will be an open competition between quarterbacks Michael Vick and Nick Foles, and the starting position will be won on the practice field.
Thank you so much for the update on sports, Kale. And now reporter Clark Finney is back and taking us behind the scenes of the latest Biola expansion.
The walkway in front of the CAF has been a little cramped since the beginning of September due to construction. By the time students notice these structures emerging, they're only a few short months away from being completed. But what some students don't know is that it takes years of budgeting and planning by the board of directors before these projects can be approved for construction.
We probably spent 6 months planning for the cafeteria deck project. And then there was probably another 3 months in plan check, trying to get the local permit.
Cafeteria construction, we're probably looking at late April, mid to early April, anytime in there, depending upon weather, depending upon rain like that, but for the most part it'll be April.
Aside from the CAF expansion, Biola is expecting a lot of changes to happen over the next few years.
Things we definitely need and we will be building is a new dormitory. Out there near the other entrance off of La Mirada Boulevard, there's a small parking lot if you come in right next to facility services near Sigma. And in that parking lot, we plan on, by fall 15, opening the doors to a brand new dorm.
A new dormitory referred to as North will be emerging in Lot J next to Sigma Hall by 2015.
And right next to it, in the parking lot near I guess closer a little bit towards Horton, a parking structure.
It's built over a parking lot, so when you subtract the ones that are already there, we gained 707 new spaces.
With all the excitement of what's to come, it's clear that Biola is going to increase in size as well as student enrollment. Reporting from Biola University, this is Clark Finney, Eagle Vision News.
Those plans are looking pretty exciting, don't you think, Kel?
Yeah, they definitely do. Thanks so much for joining us on our very first Eagle Vision episode of this semester. Be sure to tune in tomorrow to see what set off a zombie apocalypse emergency alarm system.
Yeah, plus who's hot and who's not on the red carpet. We'll bring you the latest Grammys news.
Be sure to check out our Facebook page, website, Twitter, and Instagram for all the latest Eagle Vision news. We'll see you next time.